Hello, sports fans. This is Wilson. As always, I'm joined by my three prestigious co-hosts, Shane Christopher Murray, Jason Big Mitch Mitchell, and David Galvis. So in this week's episode, we're going to briefly talk about Christian Coloco he's been cleared by the Lakers doctors, right? But not the NBA, or his own doctors, but not the NBA doctors. Is that right, Shane? Shane?
Come on, man. Pay attention.
I'm paying attention. No, he was cleared by his personal doctors,
Right.
not the Lakers doctors. So
Right.
he was cleared by his personal doctors. He's been working out with JaVale, looking good, running up and down the court, ready to go. But he has to be cleared by I forgot the name of the committee, but it's with the NBA. But it might not be right away. Like it could be during the preseason, it could be during training camp, might even be during the season. So he has to wait until they get to his case or whatever, because because of the blood clot situation, like it could be a deadly situation. So I guess they want to make sure he's all clear from their standards before they put him on the court and anything happens to him. So could be a minute.
Right. And then that actually might be all. That might be it right there for the Lakers talk. And then we're gonna, obviously it's week 3 in the NFL just concluded uh, with Monday Night Football. The Bills shellacked the Jaguars, and the Commanders sent the Bengals to 0-3. And then of course we have the Vikings at 3-0. I don't know if you guys can see Mitch's display their names. Gold 3-0. Sam Darnold. I mean, if there's any such thing as an MVP front runner after 3 games, Sam Darnold is the guy, or him or Josh Allen, right? And then of course the Cowboys, wah, wah, they fell to
Hey
1
man,
2. They got their asses kicked again this time by. I mean, really, they were down 28-6, and then they just scored a bunch of basically. I mean,
they came back against
right,
MVP. So shut your asses up.
And they lost.
They played MVP. What the hell did you
They
expect?
made the score look. They made the score look nice at the end. Is what they did.
Right.
They got the brakes blown off of them.
Haters gonna hate.
So
Ain't no hate. That's literally what happened. They made the score look nice at the end of the game. The Ravens dominated that game. It's just the facts.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold it. Okay, and then so we'll talk about that. Everything else that happened in week 3. We'll make our week 4 picks.
So
we'll talk about you.
Camera off because Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry ran all over him. What the heck?
We'll talk about USC losing to Michigan, which caused me great heartache. Mm-hmm. And then at the end, we'll get more. We'll touch briefly on the Diddy situation last week. We'll get more in depth into it this week. But like I said, so I think we got a pretty good routine here. We always start with Mitch, his Vikings review. Like I said, they moved to 3-0. They beat up on the Texans. I think the score was 34-7. The Texans were without Joe Mixon, but still, I mean, that's an impressive win for the Vikings. Sam Darnold, I think he has 8 touchdowns and 2 interceptions after 3 games. No, he's not throwing. He's not. I think he even threw for 200 yards. But he took 4 touchdowns on Sunday, but he's being efficient. And they're 3-0. Their defense looks great. Brian Flores running their defense. And Kevin O'Connell continues to look like a quarterback whisperer, as Mitch called him. So, Mitch, the floor is yours. I mean, are you still feeling cautiously optimistic, or are you fully optimistic now?
I mean, listen, it's still the Vikings, so I'm still gonna remain cautiously optimistic. It's only 3 games, but I mean, two very tough tests, 2 very good opponents that we have dispatched of. The reigning NFC champions, and then the Texans, who I think the Texans were like number 2 on Steven's A list this week. So
Stephen A. Shaw.
I mean, he had the Texans at number 2, and we whooped up on them. He also had I think he had the Niners at 2 the week before, and we whooped up on them. We're still not going to get the respect. So listen, I'm not going to bust a Shane Murray. I'm not going to bust a Cowboys fan. I'm not going to be like, okay, here it comes, Super Bowl. Woo, woo, woo. All I ask is that people aren't so dismissive of what the Vikings can do. This team,
Sorry, had sneeze.
what bitch? Stop shot you, huh? I mean, anyway, America's quarterback Sam Darnold is doing his thing. Like Antho said, he's not really throwing it all over the yard the whole time. I mean, he had 181 yards, but he had 4 touchdowns. So I mean, yeah, he's being very efficient. He had no interceptions. Total QBR of 75. I mean, Aaron Jones was an animal this week for us. 102 yards on the ground off 19 carries. Justin Jefferson 6 receptions, 81 yards, and a touchdown. Look out for Jalen Naylor. 3 receptions, 31 yards. Yes, the Texans were without Joe Mixon, but we've been without T.J. Hawkinson the whole season. We've been without Jordan Addison the past 2 games. So we're missing players too. You got to go out there and you got to play the games. So all I ask, please do not be dismissive of the Vikings. You need to look at them as a totally different team. This is a different team. This is a different vibe. I keep saying it every week. The additions that we made, they know how to play football, and they are perfect fits for the Brian Flores scheme. Through 3 games, we have 16 sacks. So we're bringing the heat. You know what I mean? So shout out to
that's not what she said.
What? It wasn't even like clever. Like I don't. Anyway, the defense has been top notch. People continue to sleep on our defense, but I mean we made solid upgrades all through the defense. I'm gonna just keep saying it until everybody wakes up. This week we get the Packers in Lambeau. It's a divisional game, so you can never, just count it as a dub, no matter who's playing, who's not playing. Who knows, what Jordan Love's status will even be, but I think it'll be another good test that the Vikings will be up for. So we're just gonna keep it rolling, man. That's all we can do.
Cool. I guess we'll transition now into Shane Murray. I don't I don't know what to tell you, man. The Cowboys are 1-2. Got their ass kicked last week by the Saints. Like you said, it was a classic or typical like Cowboys loss that came out of nowhere. Now they know the Ravens are coming in, right? And the Ravens don't want to go 1-3, so you think they'd be ready. They come out, they get down 28-6, and then as Mitch said, they make it look close at the end, right? What's up with the Cowboys, man? Are you worried yet?
No, it's 3 games in. They had, other than the first game against the Browns, they came off 2 tough games with the Saints, who seem like one of the top teams in their division now.
They came back down to earth this week, though. What you talking about? Eagles handled them.
And the Ravens, they were hungry because they want to avoid an 0-3 start. and you dealing with the MVP, and you dealing with Derrick Henry, who's pissed off because we didn't sign him. So add that up, and you got the first half that you got. But I was happy they made a comeback and made it a game. But overall, this ain't where we need to be, and you know, leaders got to step up. Coaching staff got to step up. Defensive coordinator got to get his shit together. He's following heavy footsteps.
Whoa! Don't disrespect Mike Zimmer like that, please. Not on this show.
Like I say, you need to get his shit together.
Please.
He's following heavy footsteps.
No Mike Zimmer slander, please.
Again, he gotta get his shit together. You gave up 35 points to the MVP. No. And then you gave up another 30 points or so to the Saints.
They gave up 40 points to the Saints, actually.
Even worse. Stand corrected. So they just gotta get their shit together, get their mind right, and get back to the Cowboys they know they can beat. So on to week 4.
Seems like the Cowboys are imploding though within. I mean, CD getting into it with Dak and then Parsons. I
didn't like that at all.
Yeah.
Which part?
CD trying to get at Dak. Dak the reason why he got his contract. So chill the fuck out, CD. Real shit. They don't go nowhere without Dak. So
I'm pretty sure Parsons is pissed because he hasn't gotten paid yet, right?
I mean, he hasn't got paid yet, but even he wouldn't be shit without that.
Well, Micah Parsons on defense, though. Let's not try that.
No, but I'm saying like,
bro,
Dak takes all the shots and just takes it on the chin and keeps playing. He takes all y'all heat, doesn't say one bad word about anybody, and just goes out and plays.
I will say that Dak is like the ultimate professional. Like everybody, the media, the fans talk shit to him. His own players throw him under the bus, and he just kind of.
And that's why people fuck with him so much, because he doesn't say anything.
Maybe he should start though.
Yeah, I mean,
because nobody would say that about Brady, Holmes, Manning, even like Brett Favre, all these quarterbacks before. Nobody would ever call their own quarterbacks out. Not sure why they feel like they need to do that for Dak though. Probably because they know he won't.
He don't go. He takes everything on the chin and it goes out to work. He's the cultural setter.
They don't
that team.
respect him.
So
they don't respect.
They don't go nowhere without him. So,
but if they don't respect him, or if CD
no, they respect him.
If CD respected him to that level, he wouldn't have showed him up on the field like that. He would have kept
receivers gonna be divas. So
it's not necessarily true. It's
very true.
Listen, it's a ridiculous stereotype that's just not true.
We can go down the list.
Like I said, it's a
go down the list.
It's a ridiculous stereotype.
You want to go down the list?
The list of what?
Of receivers who are divas?
Dude, can we
go down divas?
Should we go down the list of quarterbacks that are divas? Like, what do you?
Not that many quarterbacks that are divas.
Yes, there are.
No,
because just as many receivers. I'm not going to let you do this because typically receivers are black, and I'm not going to let you continue this stupid narrative that receivers are divas because you see Tom Brady's ass yelling on the sideline, and you talk about, oh, he's firing.
That's a totally different thing.
No, hold on, brother. You see Tom Brady on the sideline, you yelling at his team, and you're like, he's showing great leadership. He's firing up his team. And then you see Stephon Diggs doing the same exact thing, and you're talking about, oh, he's such a diva. I can't, no, he's showing leadership too. So don't try to
not all the time.
But
I see your point.
Are divas. Know exactly what they're saying before you just start to call them diva. Now, specifically, like CD. Sure, he was being a diva. But like just to generalize that receivers are divas, it's not true. It's not gonna fly. I won't let it happen. Not on my watch.
Majority of the time.
No,
Yes.
no, because
Yes.
again, it has a negative connotation because most receivers are black.
I was even taking it there, but you want to do that?
But I'm taking it there because that's where it is, and it's ridiculous.
I would agree with that, but as
So then cut it
as
right there.
evidence would
Cut it
see,
right there. Say CD was being disrespectful and he was being unprofessional and he was being a little bit of a diva. But don't try to generalize it as all receivers.
I stand corrected, Mr. Viking.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Remember
But-
when they would do the side by side of Odell when he was like throwing the fit, and then literally at the same time Tom Brady was tossing his tablet and
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, it's
Many quarterbacks have tossed their tablet on the ground or shown some frustration. And it's
Brady,
like,
Brady will be over there going crazy on O'Brien and McDaniels.
yeah. Remember that infamous clip of Peyton and Jeff Saturday where they're like, just call the fucking plays, just no, you run the ball. I mean, nobody called Peyton a diva there.
no.
Not even,
They called him passionate.
Yeah.
He's showing passion for the game. So yeah, it's wild how the narrative is different when like when it's a quarterback
Yeah.
or
Which I think I get Mitch's point is like, okay, if you're gonna call receivers divas, then call quarterbacks divas.
yeah. If
That's
you're
fair.
gonna do that, I mean,
Not
call
that
it both
wide
ways.
receivers aren't divas, but if you're gonna call them divas, then call
Quarterbacks divas too.
That's fair.
I just think, listen, like football is such a, it's controlled anger. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, like people are gonna show a lot of frustration during football games. You know what I mean? So it gets heated down there. Look at Travis Kelce. Look at Travis Kelce during the Super Bowl. He bumped Andy Reid.
Mhm. I remember that.
Could you imagine what they would have said about Stephon Diggs if he would have bumped his coach?
Or even like someone who had a hit like T.O. Randy Moss or
T.O.
Oh God, dude. Yeah, and everybody just let him off the hook. Everybody just let Kelce off the hook. They said it was Super Bowl, was the heat of the moment.
Heat of the moment. So
On a lighter note, did y'all catch the elderly lady at the Cowboys game?
Reading a book?
Yeah.
Bro, what was tripping me out about that was the nosebleed, how like they're literally right over the field. It's just I don't know, I guess these new stadiums, the way they're making them now is
Yeah.
But
really quick on the
Nosebleeds ain't fun.
Cowboys. Really quick on the Cowboys. I told you this was going to happen. First of all, I told you this last week. Lamar was never going to go 0-3. That was never going to happen. As far as your defense goes, somebody needs to grow a pair and stop the run. Like I feel like they say. So what they say about the running game is it's all heart. You know what I mean? Like it's like defense in basketball. Like you either want it or you don't want it. Running the ball means I need to move my man out of the way and let my back hit the hole.
That's fair, but it's Derrick Henry and a
your
motivated
defense
Derrick
needs
Henry.
to nut up and stop the run. Like it's really that simple, I think.
That's fair, but that was a motivated Derrick Henry who had vengeance on his mind.
Derrick Henry runs angry. He ran angry his whole career.
But he was really angry at us.
He just made it look easy because y'all
No,
can't stop.
he's angry at us. He's angry at us for not going after him.
Is he
Because
from
he wanted
Dallas?
to come to Dallas and he lives
He
in
lives
Dallas.
in Dallas. Yes, he lives in Dallas. He works out in Dallas. Yes.
why didn't they
And
sign
Jerry
him?
gave him no look at all.
They said he was too expensive, Galvez.
I mean, Jerry has a habit of not spending money on free agency, and makes all his moves in the draft. But it's Derrick Henry, man. You at least give him a visit.
Yeah.
You know? So
Do you
pissed him
think
off.
Do you think maybe in a couple years, running backs are going to be a thing again? Because I mean, if you think about it, quarterbacks are not throwing for 300 yards anymore, which means receiver production is going down. And I mean, the way these quarterbacks are kind of performing look very sketchy the last few years. These rookie quarterbacks. I don't know, man. I think the big power backs might be making a comeback.
It would take more. Like, it's gonna take more Saquons. It's gonna take more Derrick Henrys to come out and like make an impact. Like a guy like Bijan Robinson, he needs to have more of an impact so that his position can, get some juice back. Because people are looking at running backs. They're like, well, we'll just find one in the draft. No biggie. It's not that easy.
Yeah. And then not sign him right before his contract's up. And just get another one in like 3 years.
We'll get another one. It's fine.
Yeah.
We'll bring back a fan favorite.
I think when it comes to running back now, though, I think they're only as good as
Zeke. Is he done? What's up with Zeke? Let me know. Is he done?
Getting there. Be
That's
honest.
wild.
Well,
How old is he?
But I think running backs are only as good as the coordinator goes. So,
Didn't Zeke have like 30-some yards? Or like, I mean, come on, man. Like, what's up with that?
They thought he was done 2 years
well,
ago.
Dalvin Cook's on the practice squad now. So.
Who's on the practice squad?
Dalvin Cook.
Oh God, that's the same thing.
I don't know, man.
Really.
I feel like Dalvin Cook got a bad shake in New York. So I don't know. I feel like I would love to see him get a shot because I think he has a lot left. Actually, I think he's like 30, or not even 30. Let me see.
I mean, after you start getting 28, 29.
Well, I mean, Aaron Jones is 29, and you see how he's still running.
Especially now that they don't run the ball, they don't get 30 rushes like they used to. They're lasting a little longer.
Dalvin Cook is 29.
How old is Zeke? Zeke is what,
I think he's like 30 now.
Aaron Jones is 29 as well, and Ezekiel Elliott. Zeke is 29.
They're the same age.
How old is Derrick Henry?
I think he's like 31. He's a little older.
He's the one who's like spent years it's like being a battleground
As a legit workhorse.
Right, and he looks better than all of them, and he's a guy who's a little bit older.
Derrick Henry's 30.
So Derrick Henry just one of those guys, like just a physical freak of nature, basically.
Did you guys hear his diet?
Yeah, I seen that.
His diet is crazy.
I saw what somebody said after the game he was dressed like Mary J. Blige. But all right, look. So
wait, really quick, Derrick Henry's diet. No fried food, no dairy, no gluten, no artificial sweeteners. And he doesn't eat until 4 or 5 p.m. during the season.
That sounds like Dwight's diet.
So he's probably eating like 2 tomahawk steaks. I mean, if he's that big and he's not eating any sugar or any gluten, I mean,
no sugar, no gluten, no dairy, nothing fried.
You hear about Kim Olajuwon's diet?
Ramadan?
Yeah.
He was fast.
He was fasting during the playoffs.
Maybe he has
so he wasn't eating at all.
Kyrie was doing the same thing during the season.
Mm-hmm. All right, look.
Olajuwon did that in the finals, though.
Okay, so what else happened in week 3 that we need to talk about? Okay, let's see. So the Rams somehow, without Puka Nacua, without Cooper Kupp, they come back from down 14-0. Now the banged up too. Obviously, no McCaffrey. I forget who else was out. No, Debo was out, right?
Debo was out, yeah.
Yeah, I don't even think the Kittle play. I'm
Did
not sure.
Kittle I thought Kittle did end up playing.
Okay, so still, I mean, you're missing Debo, you're missing, and they're 1-2 now, as well as what's the kid's name, Jordan Mason. Who else he been running? They're 1-2. So, really, the real story I think is around for them to be able to, come back and win that game. I mean, the Niners have more to begin with. The Niners have like the most talented team in the league. So
it's a divisional game, so anything can happen in a divisional game.
Right.
The Panthers out of nowhere, they bench Bryce Young, and all of a sudden they can offense.
It's crazy because everybody was saying that it was the Panthers, and then next thing you know, literally one game to the next, all of a sudden he throws for over 300 yards, wins on the road.
Like it's nothing. Like he's been doing this. I mean, he used to do it, but he hasn't done it in a while.
They said last year he threw for like 361 in the one game he started. So clearly, Bryce Young, brother, I don't know, man. And there were reports that, it was a report that, you had teams that were, reaching out to the Panthers about a possible trade for Bryce Young. But after watching what happened on Sunday, man, it really doesn't seem like he was a problem. And Andy Dalton looked like, Tom Brady out there, so.
Yeah. It's something about these 35 and over veteran quarterbacks that just come in during the season and just light it. I mean, look at Joe Flacco last year. Led him to the playoffs.
I remember when they beat the Jets, and everybody said the Jets got this good defense and stuff like this. And somebody said, man, Joe Flacco used to go against Ray Lewis and Ed Reed in practice every day. Y'all think he's afraid of Sauce Gardner? It's like, bro, like Andy Dalton has seen some things, that he's not. There's no NFL defense that. I know they're making a big deal of this too high safety thing. But I don't. Do you know what that means? Even I don't even know what is too high safety. And like, why are they making such a big deal out of it?
Mel Kiper wants to see more offense or whatever. But I mean,
yeah. But it's like Andy Dalton is not going to be caught off guard by anything that he sees from these NFL defenses. Because his first 5 years. I mean, the Bengals were really good when they had him and AJ Green. So it's those veteran quarterbacks when they know how to play that position. What else?
Which probably goes to show they need to go back to letting these rookie quarterbacks sit for. I mean, not everybody's going to be C.J. Stroud. For every one C.J. Stroud, you got plenty of quarterbacks. They need to, even if you were the number one overall pick, you would sit a season.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, the thing is, bro, and they were talking about tonight during the Commanders game. They were talking. I forget who said. Somebody in the Bengals said that hey, Cliff Kingsbury is the Commanders' offensive coordinator, so they're keeping it simple they're making it easy for Jaden Daniels, right? I know it's kind of like a shot at Kingsbury, saying if that's your offensive coordinator, how much are you really gonna be able to do, right? But that's what you're supposed to do. They're letting Jaden Daniels be a rookie, and as a result, he's playing well. Like the Bears are not taking. Same thing happened on Sunday against the Colts. They're not letting Caleb Williams be a rookie. They're throwing Caleb Williams to the wolves basically, and making him play like he's he has to do the same stuff Mahomes does. He's not ready for that. There's no rookie quarterback. I can think any rookie quarterback that came in and had success, I would say, was put in a position where they have the training wheels on it. I would say that probably Russell Wilson is the one rookie quarterback that I can remember that came in that probably I would say had the most responsibility as a rookie starting quarterback. But I mean, most you're not going to come in as a rookie quarterback and play like you're a 10-year veteran. That's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
What else? Week 3. The Falcons almost they gave the Chiefs some run for it, but
We did.
Yeah.
Chiefs, man.
I mean, but like it really goes to coaching because look at the Packers, right? They lost Jordan Love and Malik Willis looks like he's a damn good quarterback. And he, and it's like I'm pretty sure they see these games and Tennessee's like, damn, where was this at? Now we're stuck with Will Levis, like
Shit. I mean,
like Malik Willis, right? He goes 13 of 19 for 200 yards. You can't tell me that LaFleur just went in there and threw the whole playbook at him and it was like, all right, man, go.
no shot.
That's how they need to yeah, Wilson's right.
Mm-hmm. The Steelers came out with a win too with Justin Fields, so they're now.
For once, well, I mean, it was like Shane said. What did Shane say? Why are all of his games like a slugfest, right? It may say because he's not any good. Next question, right? But he looked pretty good out there yesterday. That was one of the best games I think.
Yeah, he looked really good. Why are all his games slugfest? He's not.
It was low key. It was 20-10, right? But
I got a hot take about Russell Wilson.
Okay, God.
Oh, Lord.
What?
I feel like the way Justin Fields playing, they winning, third game in. You probably, unless he get injured, you probably ain't seeing no time this year.
No.
And
I don't know. I don't even at this point. I mean, they're 3-0. I don't know if that's a hot take. It's like a
no, but this might be. I feel like at this point, because of who his wife is, you need to just go ahead and be first husband.
You think he should retire? You're saying Russell Wilson should pack it up and go home and be a family man?
I do. Because keep it 100. Like
he should go to Miami.
You're not getting the big dollars no more, and your wife she's still cooking. You know what I mean? Like she's doing it independently. You know what I'm saying? Like so you have the type of caliber wife where you can be like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and take care of the family right now. Be a house dad. You go ahead and handle it.
He still makes more money than her, right?
For now, that's only because she took a step back so she can raise the family.
Let me hold on, brother. Now even at the height of Sierra's career, she was not seeing no Russell Wilson type money. You know that, right?
She stopped herself, right? I think she's in and out of music.
So you're saying that you don't know that she was never seeing Russell Wilson type money?
I already know Russell Wilson has $100 million. We already know that he had his day, but his big paydays are running out. Whereas Sierra, she can get more. She's shown that. She just in and out because she's trying to raise a family.
Listen, brother.
But where's her money? Where's her money coming from now?
She's independent.
Musically?
Yes, she's independent.
What was the last?
She's getting plaques independent now.
Great question, Galvez. What was her last hit record?
What was her last hit record? She has had a hit with Glorilla and the other rapper's name. Cause she's been getting hit. She was in The Color Purple.
You don't even know.
She was in The Color Purple.
You don't even know what the last hit record was.
She's been putting out hits.
What was her last hit record?
I forgot the name of it. She had one with Glorilla that was doing well. All her new records are doing well.
Her last hit record was Body Party. That was at least 10 years ago.
You talking about hit pop chart, a Billboard? We ain't talking about that.
Yes, we are.
No, we not.
Yes,
it's more to it than Billboard. You're not gonna get all Billboard.
I'm asking you, what was her last commercial hit record? Like what? Like I'm talking about Billboard charts. I'm not talking about she made a little change and she was able to keep the lights on. I'm talking about what was her last hit record? Isn't that what you meant, Galvez? Like
Yeah.
What was her last chart-topping hit?
Like
Exactly.
hit. I would say.
Man, I can't believe. No, hold on now. Listen,
The
I
only
can't
reason
believe
people knew about
you
her.
got us out here dissing Sierra like this. This is very
No,
disrespectful.
because
Sierra's had a great
your
career.
definition of a hit is not my definition of a hit. You like who's on global scale. That's not my definition of
Not
a
even
hit.
global, but I mean, at least the Billboard chart. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Because like
Well,
like I said, she's been in and out. So
Sierra,
probably
if Sierra's watching this, I'm so sorry. We
Yeah.
are not trying to be disrespectful or anything like that. This is
Yeah,
I feel like
I
this is
love
all
you,
Steve
CC.
Murray's
I
fault.
ain't,
Once again,
he trying to be extra.
In the past
Yeah,
10
Mitchell
years,
trying to be
you got us
extra.
talking about Sierra like this.
in
You
the
got us
past 10
hitting
years,
Sierra's greatness. Sierra's was great.
She
unfortunately,
still is great. Nigga.
in the
What
past
he
10
say?
years, she's only been known for being Future's baby mama and now
Uh-oh.
dating Russell Wilson.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Well,
No, that's not true.
well,
That's not true.
you know,
That's not true.
well, I mean,
No, that's not true.
it's neither here nor there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When he said I got a hot take about Russell Wilson, I knew it was going to go left. At some point.
But you know what? I think he still has a like he could go to Florida. I mean Miami.
Oh,
In that offense with Tua being out.
right.
I mean, he's clear. Like why would he come? Why would Tomlin even think about starting him unless Justin Fields either gets hurt or he goes completely off the rails.
Justin Fields can do way more than Russell Wilson can do at this point in their careers. And Justin Fields can't even. I mean, at least I don't know, like how much a better of a passer even. I mean, it's like could Russell Wilson? I guess he could have the type of passing game that Fields had on Sunday still, but he's not moving around like that anymore. So. I mean, it feels like 10 years younger. It's his time. I don't think we got time to do this.
Should we make our picks for week 4?
We got to move quickly if we do, though.
All right. Just wins and losses. All right, here we go. Thursday night game. We got the Cowboys at the Giants.
Woo! Cowboys
Thursday
get
night,
back
Thursday night.
into the win column and get back to 500. There we go. A little cupcake game for you. Cowboys way over the Giants because the Giants can't run the ball, right?
Cowboys.
Shane?
Cowboys.
Imagine he said Giants.
All right, we got Saints at Falcons.
Oof. Divisional game. It's at home for the Falcons.
I'm gonna go Saints.
Thanks.
I got Falcons.
I'll take the Falcons too.
Okay. So here we go. Vikings at Packers.
Please. Vikings.
I go Vikings.
My heart says Packers, but my mom or something is saying Vikings.
I wonder why. You big.
If you let me down, because I don't see Jordan Love being ready like that. And
it don't matter if it's Jordan Love, Malik Willis, Brother Love,
Kevin Love. All right, I got the Vikings too. We got the Steelers at the Colts.
I'm
Steelers.
taking
Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
Broncos at the Jets.
Jets.
Nets.
Yes, I told y'all about the Broncos last week, though, didn't I? Told you guys.
Yeah. You did? You beat the Broncos?
I did. Go back and check it.
What the hell?
We got Eagles at the Bucks.
Eagles.
I'll probably take the Bucks.
Take the Bucks.
Galvez, you taking the Bucks too?
Yeah.
For right now, I'm gonna take the Eagles.
Oh, sorry. Eagles. Okay. Ooh, Bengals 0-3 at the Panthers.
Bengals.
Bengals better win that game. I
They
guess.
better win that game, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm picking the Bengals because they need to win that game. Like
Yeah.
as you know, it's early in the season, but you know you got to break the season into quarters, and you can't go out of the first quarter of the season without a win. Come on, Bengals. Lord have mercy. Get it together.
All right, we got the
Special appearance.
We got the Jags at the Texans.
Texans. They
Texans.
should be. The Jaguars look terrible. So
What's your pick, Dice?
Texans. I guess. Once again, a desperate team in the Jaguars. Week to week, the NFL, you just never know. Any given Sunday, right?
any given Sunday,
Something to
but
watch out for.
Texans coming off a terrible, not a terrible loss, but like Texans coming off getting pounded on. So
Yeah. Texans at home, by the way. So yeah,
Texans at home. So
all right, we got the Bears. Sorry, we got the Rams at Bears.
Rams at Bears. Let's go Rams.
Rams, yes sir. Rams.
Bears.
All right. We got the probably the worst game. Maybe not the worst game. The Commanders at the Cardinals.
Commanders.
I think the Cardinals are a little underrated, so I'm gonna take the Cardinals.
I like the way the Commanders look tonight, man. I don't know if the Cardinals have what it takes to make Jaden Daniels look like a rookie. So
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Commanders as well. We got
the Cardinals.
Hmm?
Wow, I'm the only one taking the Cardinals, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
We got Patriots at the Niners.
Niners.
Should bounce back. The Patriots look like the Patriots again, so
Yeah. I'm gonna take the Niners. That's the biggest spread of the week too. Niners favored by 10. We got Browns at Raiders.
give me the Browns.
Raiders.
Take the Raiders. Raiders at home.
I'm taking Raiders too, bro, man. After a loss like that, they gotta bounce back.
All right. We got the Chiefs at
Beat it up, Galvez.
All right, sorry. The Chiefs at the most likely no Justin Herbert Chargers.
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Until proven otherwise, give me the Chiefs.
All right. Sunday night
Bet
game.
against him again.
Sunday night game. We got the Bills at the Ravens.
Ravens.
We'll go with the Bills.
Let me get the Ravens.
Let me get the Bills.
Bills, all right. One of the Monday night games, we got the Titans at the Dolphins. Horrible Monday night game.
Oh my gosh. The suck fest, huh? Oh shit.
I'm gonna take the Titans.
Man.
Dolphins.
I'm gonna take the Titans low key just because.
Dolphins.
All right. And then we got a really good game, other Monday night. Seahawks at Lions.
Thank you.
Lions.
Lions at home.
It's not gonna be an easy game, but I'll take the Lions.
All right.
That's it.
We got okay. So look now. On Saturday, USC went to the Big House, and they were down 14-3 at the half. Came back and they were up. I believe it was 24-20 with less than 2 minutes left. Michigan only threw for 32 yards the whole game. Michigan is backed up, right? So if you're USC, Michigan don't even throw the ball, right? They don't even throw the ball. All they do is run the ball. Here you go. Well, all we got to do is make sure they don't run the ball down the field and score a touchdown on us to win the game. And that's exactly what USC allowed to happen. I was completely, that was tough for me to deal with because I can deal with losing, but I think USC is better than Michigan. They can do more things, obviously, because they can throw the ball, they can run the ball, they can play defense. Michigan can only run the ball and play defense. And so, I mean, that really messed me up, man. I just think, like I said, bro, I mean, I've never seen a team run somebody down. I've seen Patty Mahomes and Tom Brady and Peyton Manning walk teams down to win games. And of course, Vince Young that night in Pasadena at the Rose Bowl, he walked us down, right? But to let them hit, that 63-yard run where USC missed two tackles, just can't have that. Uh, Galvez, I mean, what are your thoughts on what happened, man?
They didn't make the adjustment. They should have put 8 in the box and forced him to throw. They didn't do that. But you know what? What would you say Michigan is a top what team in the Big Ten? Top 3?
I mean, obviously they're not as good as Ohio State. They're not as good as Oregon. I don't think they're not as good as Penn State, but that's not a top 3 team,
Okay, so let's say top 5 for sure, right?
I guess.
But the fact that they went into the big house and should have won the game, right? I mean, it kind of shows maybe USC, is going to do well in the Big Ten, but it's going to be tough for USC. It's going to take a few years for them to kind of get on Big Ten's level in terms of playing on a Saturday early morning, and then dealing with the physicality of the Big Ten, because there was nobody in the Pac-12 that was as physical as the Big Ten. Now every week they got to play against that, so they're definitely gonna have to,
I mean, I think it's a good USC team. But you still can't squander, games that you should win when you still got Penn State left. I'm not really worried about Notre Dame, but you still got Notre Dame left. Other than that, really, you look at it, Washington, UCLA. Who's worried about?
Had they won this game, they would have been legit contenders for the playoff.
Right, and I think they still got a shot. Because 2 losses, you can probably still get in there. I'm not sure about 3. That remains to be seen. But like I said, man, I mean, it's a good USC team. That's what makes it frustrating. Like when Clay Helton was there, the expectations of USC are always there. But when Clay Helton was there, you just kind of expected, like, okay, this is probably not going to happen. But the second week USC hired Lincoln Riley, the expectations were back to we expect to be in the playoff. We expect to compete for championships, and they're looking better, man. Their defense looks like way better. Lincoln Riley's still Lincoln Riley, but they just have to be able to win. They've become a program that finds ways to lose, and that's one of the worst things that you can be. I know Mitch and Shane, they hate USC, right? I don't know how they hate UCLA guys.
I don't hate USC.
Yes, he does.
No, I don't.
Don't listen to him.
I don't hate USC.
Don't, Antho. I see what you're trying to do. Don't you start no discourse between UCLA fans. Yes, we hate USC. That's the end of it. Don't say nothing, boy. Please.
I'm UCLA all day, but
No. That's it. Then that's it. That's the end of the statement. That was the end of the sentence.
I got ties to both.
Don't let them do this. Don't let them divide us, brother.
I got ties for both.
This is what USC wants. They want us to fight. They want us to.
I'm not fighting. I'm just saying I got ties for both.
They got dog walked. Let them revel in it. Let them sit in it. Don't let them start a discourse between us.
And then look,
classic USC.
Huh?
Terrible. Classic USC right there. That was a nice try, Antho. Nice try. Not this time though.
See, I'm a USC football fan and the UCLA basketball fan. I remember when we were in high school, me and Martin Hernandez would do the 8 class. UCLA.
Do that.
But yeah, USC.
I told her this. You can't do it. You got to pick a side.
Right. But USC on Saturday, they play Wisconsin in their first ever official Big Ten in conference game at the Coliseum. So USC should really take care of Wisconsin. They just like they should have took care of Michigan. But we'll have to see.
A lot of those games are going to be almost like away games. Wait till Michigan comes in. Wait till Ohio State and Penn State come in. Those are going to be like home games.
Right.
Sure.
All right. So look, we got about maybe
like
10
every
minutes.
Charger home game.
Look, we got about maybe 10 minutes right here at the end, less than that, to get a little more in depth about Diddy's RICO case, or the FRICO case, as they call it. Diddy, I believe personally that Diddy is a political prisoner. I don't know.
That's random.
I don't know since when was being freaky a crime. I don't understand. I looked at I didn't read the indictment, but I read a write up about the important parts of it, and it's saying stuff like, well, Diddy, he would manipulate women and he would leverage his financial support. It's like, that's not a crime, like what are they talking about? Sex trafficking. Sex trafficking really is when some van is driving down the street and there's some young girl trying to get home from school, and the van comes.
That's one version of it, Anton.
No,
Yeah.
Shane. All right,
But
so
Wilson, you gotta understand, like, if these the reports are true, is he was recording male singers and rappers in these freak offs, and then he would use that as leverage. That's basically blackmail.
Okay, blackmail. Why is he charged with a RICO case? That's what they charged John Gotti with, and Young Thug. He didn't kill nobody. He didn't have anybody killed. He's not selling.
I wouldn't say that.
we know of.
Yeah.
There's been plenty of reports he had both Pac and Biggie killed. So don't say that.
Well, he's not charged with that right in this case, is he? That has nothing to do with it.
There's a reason for that.
The crux of this indictment is these parties where he would have women and he would have male prostitutes come, and basically they would have orgies. Since when was that a crime? I don't understand.
Prostitution legal in New York? Like, I don't.
A couple of things with this.
I think they would have them in the Hollywood Hills, though. They were in this mansions here in Hollywood with all the music execs.
A couple of things with this. Like Denzel said in Training Day, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
You don't even say it right, though. Like, bro, deliver the line. Like, if you're going to say it, man, you got to fucking say it with some conviction or something, man. Please.
I'm trying to be serious here, man.
It's not what you know. It's what you can prove. What can you prove? With that being
said, whatever. So with that being said, Diddy has partied all over the globe, right? So if statute of limitations took place at a full video of him beating up Cassie, then how is statute of limitations not going to take place with these parties?
It's a federal case.
Especially it's in multiple areas. Then another problem they got is everybody from Diddy's artists to Diddy's security to everybody that works with Diddy will go on anybody's podcast, anybody's radio station, and tell you everything they want to know. But the minute you ask them to take the stand against Diddy, crickets. Like this video, huh?
Whose fault is that?
I'm saying, like, because they're not going to speak on the stand, all these stories don't matter unless you be able to take the stand and say that as a witness.
What you know, it's what.
So, like there's a story right now with a security where he talks about him actually carrying Biggie on a stretcher, talking about Biggie shitted and peed on himself when he died.
Right, you're talking about Big Gene Deal, who Big Gene Deal has made it basically like his life's purpose to go on Art of Dialogue and talk about Diddy and how much of a terrible person Diddy is, right, and all the stuff that Diddy has done. But I think that it's weird.
But unless him, Jaguar, whatever, unless they take the stand and say this shit, none of this matters if it's on a podcast. Like the videos can't be used.
I think what the government is doing is kind of dirty because they're basically charging him with crimes where the best defense is basically him going, well, how was that a crime? But it's kind of like, how they talk about like hiding things in plain sight. It's kind of
It's a
like
crime if it's against people's will, but you got to be able to prove it's against their will. That's
well,
gonna be
how can it possibly be against their will? They're voluntarily going and
But they
participating.
were getting drugged up though.
Guys, they knew what they were going for.
Do they?
They didn't know that's what they were going for. Come on, man.
Didn't he call them freak offs?
That's the problem. You can say they going to party, but are they going to get raped? Are they going for
They didn't get raped.
to get fucked? Or like you don't know that. Especially if they're under the influence. Like
I don't like when you talk like that. That's just
Well,
don't say right in my
technically,
ear.
so this is the crazy thing, and so I didn't know this, but if you go to a bar, you and a girl start drinking, both of y'all get drunk, smash, she can wake up the next day and said, I was intoxicated, and he basically had me against my will because I was not in the right state of mind, and he could actually get charged for that.
Yep, you can.
A lot of this stuff is just an attack on men and a way of turning women into children who can't be responsible for their actions. But you know
That's
what?
not gonna hold up in court, ain't though.
You know
Well,
what?
he's got the best lawyers money can buy, so
Yeah. They
Is
couldn't
he
get him
in jail?
bail though.
Yeah, they not gonna give him bail.
You guys want to know something though? We don't have time to get into Shane Murray and what he thought about challenges. That'll have to wait till next week. We're out of time.
But really quick, can't we just give our quick thoughts on what we thought about Shannon Sharp getting it in really quick on live?
Mitch, that was like Mitch. We don't have time.
But it's Shannon Sharp, and he was getting it in on Instagram.
I'm gonna give a quick shout out real quick.
To Shannon
Shout
Sharp
out to
getting it in on Instagram Live.
no for it. It's real talk. Shout out to Jennifer J.B. Beasley. It marked her 10th anniversary of beating cancer. So I just want to shout out real quick. Send her some love. And y'all remember she was going to appear on the show, but she left. So just want to shout out real quick. Congratulations.
Shout out to her. F cancer. Mitch, do you have something that you would like to say to an old friend of ours?
Well, yeah, man. Herbert was gonna come on, and he was going to rave about the Vikings. He was gonna trash his Raiders. He was gonna make fun of the Cowboys. He was going to talk about how it's not a crime for Shannon Sharp to get it in on Instagram Live. But unfortunately, Shane Murray derailed us when he made us start talking bad about Sierra.
That's exactly what it was.
I ain't talking about bad about Sierra. So don't say that shit.
I'm sorry. I'm
you,
sorry,
CC.
Herbert.
Your boy.
Sorry, Herbert. Excuse me. Sorry, Herbert. We ran out of time.
Sorry, Herbert.
Shout out to the Russells.
All right. So before we get out of here, just a few reminders.
The Russells?
Don't you mean the Wilsons on YouTube? Hit the subscribe button next to the Complete Lakers podcast.
You big dummy.
If you prefer the audio version, remember to rate, review, and subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts. The show is also on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and every other major podcast.
Yes, and the Russells.
Make sure to follow the show on Twitter and Instagram at TC Pod Network and to like it on Facebook. This search
Sierra's only had
and finally,
#1 album
feedback
on
and
the US
mailbag
Billboard
questions
200.
to Complete Lakers
and it was
Podcast
Sierra, the Evolution.
at gmail.com. We are out.
It was, and the
Evolution,
Evolution,
#1 in the world, and #1 in the community.
What does that mean, bro? Like, that's not.
That means the hood rocks with CC. Fuck what the world
God,
says.
Bro, nobody's saying that her music isn't good.